Hi y'all, this is Becky Roesler. I have Becky's Junk Journals on YouTube. On Instagram, I'm just Becky's Journals. And I'm over on Facebook as Rebecca Roesler now. I'm going to show you today this one that I just finished up. And she is a chunky, one signature, rounded spine, one signature junk journal that I made with a cereal box. And I do have YouTube videos for all this stuff showing you how I made it. This one is about 7 3/4 tall and about 5 3/4 wide. It's made, the outside is covered with teal velvet. It's very luxurious, teal velvet, and then with lace accents. The tie goes through the back here and comes around in the front, so you never lose your tie. It's always attached to it. And then you've got a floral topper on the front with lots and lots of different kinds of lace and texture. I made this one for myself as a keeper and I absolutely love it. I packed a ton of different things into it, and I just went overboard on everything. It's got 44 pages front and back, and just I wanted to let you know that I've noticed a lot of people counting their pages. It's actually got 10 actual full pages, but when you count the pages, one full page doesn't make 2 pages once you fold it into a book, it makes 4. So you count the full pages and you multiply it times 4, not by 2, which I see a lot of people do lately. But if you're putting them into a book form, it's going to make 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4 for one full sheet. So try to remember that next time you go to count your actual pages when they're in book form. But then I don't have a name for this one. If you have a name you think you want to use for it, let me know. I've got some kind of interactive element almost every page. I made a lot of ephemera. I make ephemera with using scrapbook paper and bits and pieces of whatever I happen to have on hand. I like to use a ton of texture in my journals, and I am a huge fan of collage. So anytime I get a chance to collage, I am collaging. I do not use any printables. There's a lot of great printables out there. But I have been an artist for many years and working out of a studio here in my home, and sold a lot of artwork over the years. And now that I'm just making junk journals, I carry over my artistic practices into my journals now. One thing I have learned, that every page, for me, I want texture on every page. I want nature on every page. This is just my style that I've developed over the years. And the important thing is that you not do your journals exactly like somebody else. Do it like you. What really looks good to you. If it looks good to you, then what somebody else thinks doesn't really matter. Most of us are not selling our journals. I don't even sell my journals. I make them for the joy of making them. Here is the back. This was a white page from behind some cardstock that I had, some scrapbooking paper cardstock, and I just inked the whole page and then stenciled in the corner of it like that. This is where I stamped on some fabric. Here's another white page that I stenciled. This is a true antique postcard from Paris. I like to include a lot of true vintage and antique items in my journals. I am not a fan of brown. It just one color, brown and orange, doesn't really do a lot for me. So you won't see a lot of brown and orange, but you will see a lot of every other color in my journals, particularly blues and greens and purples I like a lot. This is the journal that I was working in with Junk Journal January with Meg Journals. A lot of the pages were done specifically with some of those journal prompts in mind. This is the one I used for maps. Let's see, you've got the texture around the outside of the big picture. So it doesn't necessarily take a whole lot. I decorated every page. If you like to write in your journals, I'm not a journal writer anymore. I used to be. For many, many years, I kept journals. I started keeping journals when I was a teenager, and I just made them in spiral notebooks, and I've still got a lot of them. This is my bookmark where I need to start taking photographs. I haven't photographed all of this, so here's one of my collage journaling cards that I made, and I'm usually in the making them specifically for the page. I don't often use the things that I make in advance. I usually end up giving it away. This is a vintage flashcard for French flashcard. Little envelope there. This is fabric that I cut out from a vintage dresser scarf. And this is all vintage lace and fabric that I cut out. And a little collage up there, more of a modern type of collage on that one. I really like that one. Those are my colors. This is a belly band that I fancied up. This is just something I cut out from a gardening magazine, How to Train Climbing Roses. I used to garden a lot, but when I could get outside and dig in the dirt and the heat, don't anymore. I have a lot of physical limitations that I didn't have when I was younger. Another little belly band there. This flips up. Another picture from a magazine. Large journaling card. This is an envelope that I tucked over there with some funny ephemera inside of it. And it just goes right over the side there. I guess I should show you that this is a large page from a full page from inside of a magazine or a book that I had. These could be used as bookmarks. A lot of these things I get from my local thrift store, like these green paper doilies I got from a thrift store. All this bits and pieces of lace and fabric cutouts I got at estate sales. Here's another antique postcard. This one is also from Paris, and it's been canceled. It's been used. Has writing on it. And then one I made, a journaling card, and I just inked and then stamped the back. This fabric I got from a vintage curtain. Then I made, see, all these journaling cards were made specifically for each individual page spread that I did. This one opens up for a secret writing space. Full page collage. This is a hidden paper clip and a large journaling card. This one you could put some plain striped paper on it to make a journaling spot. But oh, and this is an example of how I extended a page. This page was real short, and I just added a couple of layers of different kinds of lace to the edges to bring it out to where it's out there with everything else. I like the way this is not centered. It's asymmetrical, I guess is what it is. Made specially for this spread. More fabric, and I left it loose right here in case you wanted to tuck something in right there. I just never got around to tucking anything. This one folds way out. I sometimes will pick up papers and things at the Dollar Tree here locally. And I have a huge stash of, don't need that scrap in there. I have a huge stash of journaling paper. I mean, not journaling paper, I'm sorry, scrapbook paper. And this is just a piece of scrapbook paper. I inked the inside and stamped the inside for my journaling cards. And then fabric, so I guess this is considered voile. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. For the little belly band, it was ribbon organza. That was organza. A lot of fold outs in this one. This is a little tuck spot that I made with a pocket there. This is a fold out there. There's papers in this one and journaling cards in that. On the side. Get in there. Don't misbehave. Do what I'm telling you to do. There you go. That's good. And then I've got a couple of journaling. This is another fold out. And this is just an envelope that I glued over the side there. and I used a doily over the back of the envelope. And these little things for the fabric pocket at the bottom. And the last page, I've got 2 simple journaling cards and a side pocket. And another holdout from my sewing artwork days is I put a signature made by me, Becky Roesler, on there. And here is yet another vintage postcard. This one is a photograph of a family. Looks like they're at a petting zoo. And that's all she wrote. Thank you so much for coming to visit me and let me know what you think about it. And I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.